Stadium for today's match between the visiting Bryan Bears and your Creighton Prep Junior Jays. Today is senior day for the class of 2025. Thank you to all of our seniors and their families for their contributions to the soccer program. Let's now meet the 2025 seniors and their parents, starting with the team managers. Alex Miller. Alex is in his 4th year with the Prep Soccer program and his 1st year with Prep Varsity. He's joined by his parents Becky and Mike Miller, and his favorite memory of Creighton Prep Soccer is the freshman team. Next year, Alex will be studying political science on the pre-law track. Michael Dixon. In his 1st year with Prep Varsity, he's joined by his parents Billy and Dale Dixon. His favorite memory of Prep Soccer is scoring a free kick goal sophomore year. Owen Hardy. His 1st year with Prep Varsity is joined by Dr. Ben and Paige Hardy. His favorite memory of Prep Soccer is the Metro Championship win, and he is undecided about his college plans next year. Tim Preston. Tim's in his 2nd year with the Prep Soccer program and 1st with Prep Varsity. He's joined by his parents Elizabeth and Brad Preston. Tim is undecided about his plans for college next year. Now let's meet the players. Number 0, Shane Borman. His 2nd year with Prep Varsity is joined by Kaylee Dunn and Tyler Borman. His favorite memory of Prep Soccer is his goal in this year's Metro Tournament game against Bellevue East, and he will be going to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln as a member of the Honors Business Academy majoring in finance and accounting. Number 1, goalkeeper, Alex Sibernson. Alex in his 3rd year with the Prep Varsity program. He's joined by his parents Tina and Andy Sibernson. His favorite memory of Prep Soccer was last year's state semifinal overtime win against Papillion La Vista South, and Alec will attend Marquette University majoring in finance and business analytics. Number 2, winger and left back, Andrew Gotch. His 1st year with Prep Varsity is joined by Cherry Barduzini and Bill Gotch. His favorite memory of Creighton Prep Soccer is coaching the little kids soccer campers last summer, and Andrew will attend Creighton University as a Grit Scholar. Number 4, midfielder, Matthew Daly. His 2nd year with Prep Varsity, he's joined by Kelly and Michael Daly. His favorite memory of Prep Soccer was Shane's goal this year, and Matthew will be attending Creighton University. Number 7, midfielder, Duban Hurtado Guzman. In his 2nd year with Prep Varsity, he's accompanied by his sister, Alondra Hurtado Guzman, and his favorite memory of Prep Soccer is spending time with friends at school. Forward, number 11, Drew Monzu. In his 2nd year with Prep Varsity, he's joined by his parents, Sarah and Steve Monzu. His favorite Prep Soccer memory is winning the state championship with his dad, and he will be attending Creighton University next year. Number 8, center back, Brody Brackey. His 3rd year with Prep Varsity, he's joined by his parents, Tara and Reed Brackey. His favorite memory of Prep Soccer was the 2023 state championship and the mass for Mr. Caniglia. Next year, Brody will be attending the University of Nebraska-Omaha, majoring in pre-med. Forward, number 12, Josh Franco. His 1st year with Prep Varsity, he's with his parents, Colleen and Ted Franco. His favorite Prep Soccer memory is Shane's goal against Bellevue East this year, and next year, Josh will attend Creighton University. Midfielder, number 13, Gabe Vaughn. His 2nd year with Prep Varsity, he's with his parents, Julie and Dusty Vaughn. His favorite memory of prep soccer was jumping into the student section at the state semifinals against Papillion La Vista South last year, and Gabe will be attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in the fall. Number 14, Landon McKinney. His 4th year with the prep soccer program, his first with varsity. He's with his parents Mary Beth and Troy McKinney. His favorite prep soccer memory is also Shane's goal. And next year he will be attending the Florida State University for engineering. Defender number 15, Philip Ofapa. His 2nd year with prep varsity, he's with his parents Bubanga and Ambrose Ofafa. His favorite prep soccer memory is Shane's free kick against Bellevue East. And next year, Phil will be attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Number 18, defender Matt Sledge. He's in his 2nd year with prep varsity. His parents, Debbie and Joe Sledge. His favorite prep memory is last year's state championship, and Matt will be attending the University of Nebraska-Omaha. Number 23, Evan Kurhofer. His 3rd season with prep soccer, his 1st with varsity. And his parents, Mary and Dave Kurhofer. Evan's favorite memory of prep soccer was running North Carolinas with Coach Klosterman, and Evan will be attending Rockhurst University in Kansas City, studying in their civil engineering program. To our seniors and to our seniors' families, thank you. Your contributions to the soccer program and to our school will be remembered forever. It's senior day here at Leahy Stadium, a beautiful day here in April, just about to get things kicked away between the Junior Jays and the visiting Bryan Bears. Mike Knockenauer alongside Colton Alder to bring you the action here this evening. Colton, this is a Junior J team that is red hot, 11 in a row, and now coming off a Metro Conference tournament win, as well as a win against Millard West last week, but they've been off the pitch for about 7 days at this point.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back from that long absence, but their last several games, they have looked unstoppable offensively, and they've been strong defensively too, getting that 1-0 win in their last game versus Millard West on Tuesday. So they'll look to keep that defensive momentum that they generated in that last game and get back to what they were doing on offense during the Metro tournament.
Absolutely. We'll now take a look at the top 10 for Class A. It is shaken up all year long, but right now holding strong at the top. Creighton Prep, Millard North, Omaha South in that top 3. And then Westside Kearney, Papillion La Vista South, Norfolk, Lincoln Southwest, Lincoln Southeast, and Millard West, all rounding out the top 10. It's been a very busy year in the standings here in Class A. Anything jump out to you, especially Colton?
Yeah, Creighton Prep losing their second game of the year versus Millard North. I think that kind of served as a wake-up call. They kind of started playing more to their ability after that and getting their revenge against Millard North in the title game of the Metro tournament. They look very strong right now, and it's going to be very difficult for any team to really put up a fight of trying to beat them down the stretch of this year. But there's a lot of talent here in this top 10, so they're going to have to make sure to take every game and not leave anything on the table.
Absolutely. Junior Jays, 26 goals in the Metro tournament as a team, 4 a game on average for the Junior Jays, led by their junior in Jordan Aguenma, who leads Class A in goals and is right there, tied for second in assists, but what a Metro tournament he had.
Yeah, those first 2 games, a hat trick in the opening game against Bellevue East in just the first half, and then he scored the first 4 goals of the game against Westside. Was averaging 3.5 goals a game through the first 2 games of the tournament, which is absolutely ridiculous. And the last 2 games he kind of cooled down, averaged only a modest 2 goals per game. He's had an incredible season, and every team that the Junior Jays have played this year has had a very difficult time slowing him down.
Absolutely. This is a Junior J team, 4 goals a game on offense, and then less than a goal a game on defense. 11 straight wins, and 10 of those coming by a multiple goal margin. We're just about to get things squared away here this afternoon. Last regular season home game for the Junior Jays, and then they will go to Benson next week to close out the regular season. It'll be Tim Dowd at midfield to kick things off for the Junior Jays. Everybody getting squared away, and we are good to go and underway here at Leahy. Senior day here for the Junior Jays. Should be a good one against a 6-4 Bryan team who've had some struggles throughout the year, but find themselves with a winning record and a defense that doesn't give up many goals. Will certainly be tested today, as Dowd immediately sends this one for Connor Lotus here on the near side. He'll cross. Header from Jordan Aguenma, right on cue, wasting no time. Junior Jays strike immediately.
I mean, we mentioned how dominant he's been this year in the pregame, and it only takes him 33 seconds to prove just how true that was. A very early goal for the Junior Jays. I mean, with some of the games that they've played this year and some of the goals that he's scored, you wonder how any team even has a chance of stopping him sometimes, and gets an incredible goal there to get them on the board to start off this game.
What a start for the Junior Jays. This one now sent down far side for Zetko. He can't keep it in bounds, but the Junior J team, it feels like they strike early and really set the tone in a lot of these games.
That's been a theme that we've seen over the past couple weeks on this 11-game winning streak that they've built up. They get ahead to very early leads, and they just don't relinquish it because their defense is good enough to keep other teams off the board as well.
We haven't even gotten an opportunity. We're trying to intro the visiting Bears from Bryan. They've got two guys on this squad. Ezekiel Mufungizi leading Class A with 11 assists, and then Antonio Gamaromo second in Class A with 16 goals. Those are definitely two guys that you're going to want to keep your eye on. Brackey sends it near side to McClay. A little bit too strong of a touch, but he's able to poke it out to center. And now here's Mufungizi. Excuse me, this is Gamaromo sending it down to Perdomo Miranda, but a whistle and an offside call.
Looked like Sibbertson was going to be able to corral that either way, so wasn't really that big of a shifter for that call to be made, but did appear like the Bears were offsides there.
Throw in for Zetko far side. Get poked out of bounds. And we'll do it again. Van Bell chips it into the box. That one headed away by David Gonzalez Pena. Now here's Mufungizi working on McClay, trying to gain an advantage down the near side. Well defended by McClay. And the Junior Jays back with possession. So here's Zetko sending it down, trying to get it across midfield. Gwenma to Van Bell. Van Bell sending it to Zetko, far side, entering the box, trying to send it through, but it'll get cleared away by Alexis Fuentes Romero. And that one out of bounds off of Jonah Lagabon on the far side. So a Bryan throw in. Gamaromo heads that one. It ends up back with the Junior J defense at midfield. Now here's McClay near side working on Mufungizi as that one's poked out of bounds. And they're actually going to get a foul on Mufungizi, so it'll be a free kick just inside this near sideline for McClay. Now Dowd with plenty of room to work sends it far side to Lagabon. Lagabon will try to chip something into the box. This one headed, deflected, and they're going to say off of Jordan Aguenma out of bounds, so it'll be a free kick, or excuse me, a goal kick for the Bears keeper.
We've seen some strong defense these last couple of possessions and scoring opportunities that the Junior Jays have brought down the field from this Bears defense. First, knocking that ball away on the cross attempt by Zetko, and then not allowing Aguenma to get that header that last time down. Some strong defense there to keep this a one-goal game.
Now this one's sent down. That was Perdomo Miranda looking for Gamaromo. This one's sent far side for Zacko. He can't get there. So after a foul down on the Junior J's end, an attacking opportunity for Bryan comes up a little bit short. Now here's Dowd sending it near side for Lotus, who gets behind the defense onside in the box, looking for something through. Able to get free. He takes a shot. It's knocked away. Poked out of the box, out to Dowd. Now Dowd will get it to Aguenma, who gives it back to Dowd. Dowd into the box. Is double teamed and then thwarted. Back out to McClay. As you mentioned, outside of that first goal, right away in the first 40 seconds of the game, this Bryan defense has looked very good up to this point. Here's a Logabon into the box. He gives it to Aguenma, who heads and has it collected by the keeper.
That was a good scoring opportunity there. They get Aguenma a header opportunity near the goal, but just a great save there. Being able to corral that one shortly after he headed it towards them. It's a big save to prevent this from becoming an even bigger lead early.
Here come the Junior Jays into the Bryan end. Here's Tokporo. Here's Stratman to Dowd. Lagabon sending it in and taking away a good slide there from Henry Perdomo Miranda. Now here's Aguenma outside the box. He'll take a shot and it curves and just off the right post.
It's been a pair of really good chances for Aguenma, but first time a great save out there, and that time just barely a bit too far to the right. It's a bit of a tough break there, but already has a goal in this one.
Now this one sent down, but no one home for the Junior Jays. It'll roll for a Bryan goal kick.
And ever since that opening goal, even if they haven't been able to add on to the lead yet, the Junior Jays are putting a lot of pressure on this Bryan defense, getting a lot of opportunities near the net. Just because they haven't converted on them yet doesn't mean that these last couple possessions have been unsuccessful.
Yeah, creating a lot of opportunity here so far, have the Junior Jays. Now here's McClay sending it down to Lotus near side. Lotus able to keep it in bounds through to the other side and nearly into the net, but collected there. And now here come the Bears off of the defensive stop. This one looking to get sent down to Gamaromo, but too much on it. Wind blowing right to left here so far. Junior J is working with a slight wind to their back here at Leahy Stadium, which is known to be a wind tunnel. As Aguenma sends it down to Lotus, near side again. Lotus into the box. Aguenma couldn't get a touch on it, and it'll get sent out by the Bears. Brackey will send it cross pitch to Daniel Reynoso, the Bryan keeper this evening. Junior J is applying pressure in the Bryan end. As Eddie Ramirez was looking for Mufangizi down the sideline, but McClay there to head it out of bounds. Now here's Gonzalez Pena to throw it in. Angel Ramos has that one stolen away. Now Aguenma leaves that one down for Tokporo. And we're going to get a whistle. And a foul on the Junior Jays, so a free kick coming up here for Bryan. It'll be Guillermo. It looked to be Guillermo Dominguez Higuera, but it will be Diego Salazar Salcedo to take the free kick from just beyond midfield. Everyone down in the Junior J end. This one headed away by McClay, and then Tokporo there to collect it as the Junior Jays look to get back on the attack. Dowd sees something he likes down the left sideline, and Aguenma unable to keep it in bounds. Van Bell sends this far side for Zatko, who will try to keep it in bounds and is able to poke it out of bounds off of Angel Ramos. So it'll be a Zatko throw in, far side deep in Bryan's end, as here's Van Bell receiving the throw in. Ends up with Tokporo. Tokporo to Aguenma. Back to Tokporo. He has his shot deflected. That was Dominguez Higuera who got in front of the shot. Now here's Dowd. Another deflection. This time it's Enrique Raimundo. And now it'll be the Bears trying to take it the other way, but some great defense here so far from Bryan. Now here's McClay. And he's going to get fouled by Antonio Gamaromo. So now a free kick for the Junior Jays coming up here near side, about 30 yards out.
We've seen so many shots from this Junior J team get blocked early on today by this Bryan defense, just not allowing them to get good opportunities near the net.
So it'll be Tim Dowd to take the free kick for the Junior Jays. Dowd sends it in. That one just gets over the bar, and they're going to say off of Reynoso. I believe it hit the crossbar of the field goal posts. So that's considered out of bounds. It'll be a Junior J corner on the far side as we get our first substitution of the day. Gabe Vaughn will replace Jacob Zatko, as Tim Dowd will head over to take the first corner of the day here for the Junior Jays. Dowd, low line drive, sends it in, and then it's cleared away by Eddie Ramirez. Alagabon sends that one out of bounds, but we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Mufungizi on the far side, as Alagabon was racing to try to keep that one in bounds. So it'll remain with the Junior Jays. This one sent down. McClay gives it to Tokporo. Tokporo to Lotus just outside the box. Lotus is going to try to send it down for Vaughn, but a little bit too much. And it will roll out of bounds for a goal kick. Looks like it'll be Dominguez Higuera to take the goal kick for the Bears. As a handful of Bears will come to midfield, waiting to substitute. Here's Alagabon. Down to McClay, who's now on the far side. Dowd to Van Bell, back to Dowd. Weighing his options, he'll take a shot. And it's right there for Reynoso.
Yet another possession where Prep gets a shot off, but for whatever reason just can't get it into the goal. In that case, a good save by Reynoso. And about halfway through this first half, after the Junior Jays scored within the first minute, this Bryan defense has really stepped up and kept them off the scoreboard for these past 20 or so minutes.
Alagabon looked to send something down, but nothing there for the Junior Jays. Reynoso will look to send something down for Gama Romo. It ends up with the feet of Mufungizi, who beats past Gabe Vaughn, but illegally. We're going to get a foul, trying to get an advantage.
He pulled on Vaughn's jersey, trying to get to the outside there, and official able to notice that and call it a foul.
Now Tokporo down to Vaughn. Gets it into the box, trying to pass it through. But a couple of deflections, ends up going out of bounds off of Vaughn, so it'll be a goal kick for the Bears as they have 5 substitutions come in. Fernando Jimenez Rivera, Danny Pablo Perez, Josue Fuentes Romero, as well as Riley Gomez Perez.
In addition, for the Junior Jays, Matthew Daly checking into the game. Believe it to be Connor Lotus as the player checking out for him.
believe David Reynoso also on now as well for Bryan, as we're going to get a stoppage here. As a member of Bryan's team is slow to get up, we will get a stoppage with 19:15 to go. As Martin Avalos Magana checks in for the first time. I believe he will replace Jude Van Bell. That's Fernando Jimenez Rivera, who's able to walk off under his own power, just a bit gingerly. He's greeted there by athletic trainer Bill Kleber. Just over halfway gone here in this first half. Junior Jays struck with just 33 seconds into the game, but since then it's been some strong defense from Bryan to limit what has been a plethora of Junior Jay opportunities thus far. As here's a Gwenma, he gets free, and they're going to get a foul. Here, middle left side of the field, just about 35 yards out for Dowd to take a free kick. It's another opportunity here for the Junior Jays. Dowd sends it in to Tokporo just over his head. And Reynoso right there to collect it.
And that's one for Creighton Prep that you might want to have back. If that ball was just a little bit lower, Tokporo had a good shot to head that one in, but just a little bit too high, and Reynoso able to make the save.
Is that one out of bounds near midfield? It'll be a Bears throw in. Ramos looking to send it down. Now Gomez Perez down to Fuentes Romero. Now Salazar Salcedo looks to send it down for Gama Roma, but nothing there, as Alagabon will send that one out of bounds. It'll be throw in far side for Ezekiel Mufangizi. As that one out of bounds off of Gama Romo. We'll give it back to the Junior Jays, and Van Bell will come in to relieve Tim Dowd. Stratman looking to send it downfield. Dominguez Higuera there to knock that away. Back and forth near midfield now. Bears looking to try and interject themselves into the prep end, trying to form some sort of attack. That one's sent out of bounds by Riley Gomez Perez. And it'll be Will Stratman handing things off to Gabe Vaughn to throw in. But this Bryan offense starting to creep their way into the prep end, trying to put some sort of attack together, as they've been At a 1-0 deficit for virtually the entirety of today's match so far. As that one Manzu unable to catch up to it. Now we'll get a substitution as Connor Lotus will check back in and Luis Tuakporo will head off.
As you mentioned about a minute ago, this Bryan offense starting to get some more pressure against this Junior J defense in these last couple of minutes. They've really gone from not having very much offensive opportunity for about the first half of the first half to getting some chances over these past couple of minutes, and they're looking to continue improving in that aspect as this first half goes along.
So now here come the Junior Jays back on the attacking end as Aguenma was looking to send that one on the ground up to Lotus, but well defended there. So this one now down to Fuentes Romero. He's looking to center something. He does. Here's Eddie Ramirez. His shot well off the mark, but Bryan is finally able to put something down further on the Junior J end. They've really been fighting here so far, and they've started to work their way further and further down in the attacking end of the field. As now Daly looks to try and send this one down far side for Manzu. Here's Daly crossing something into the box, up in the air by Lotus, headed up, back and forth between Lotus and Aguenma, and then sent out of the box by the Bears. Now they'll try and play keep away as they try to send something down. And we're going to get a foul, or just a whistle on Drew Manzu, far side. I believe they're going to say it was a foul on Manzu, so it'll be a free kick for Mufungizi out there on the far side. Pablo Perez sending this one down for Perdomo Miranda, who's able to knock it out of bounds off of Daly. And now here come the Bears with a throw-in the Junior J end. This one sent into the box, headed away by Stratman. Now it'll be a race between Vaughn and Gomez Perez. And Vaughn able to win it back for the Junior Jays. Aguenma, middle of the field. He'll send it far side for Van Bell. Van Bell down to Stratman near side. Aguenma gives it to Daly, who is offside. So that'll end any attacking opportunities for the Junior Jays this time down.
They've had plenty of opportunities these past 25-plus minutes. Feel like we've been mentioning that a lot, but just due to some missed opportunities and some good defense and goalkeeping from Bryan so far, haven't really been able to convert on those opportunities.
Jose Fuentes Romero tried to send something down into the Junior J box, but now a mishap on defense nearly gives the Junior Jays a breakaway opportunity, but good recovery there from Bryan as they win it back, trying to send something down to the attacking end. Here's Perdomo Miranda, has it poked away by Daly. Daly able to deflect it out of bounds off of Perdomo Miranda. Well defended there by the Junior J senior, as a couple of re-entries will come back for the Junior Jays as Jacob Zatko and Tim Dowd will check in for Martin Avalos Magana as now the Bears have it back on the attacking end, looking to put something together. Here's Gamaromo. Nearly had an opportunity, but well defended there from Brackey. Now here's Van Bell, midfield, far side. Gwenma hands it off to Monzu. Monzu looks to get it down to Lotus. Lotus has it in the box. Poked away by Mufungizi. Now a dribbler far side, just outside the box. Here's Gwenma. Back to Lotus. Lotus will take a shot. That one's deflected off a defender out of bounds. It was Guillermo Dominguez Higuera who got in the way of that shot, but out of bounds, and it will be a corner for the Junior Jays.
It looked for a moment like Bryan was going to make the stop there as well, but the Junior Jays able to regather it. Some good play there from both Gwenma and Lotus to get them a corner kick and keep this possession alive.
It'll be Vaughn to take the corner far side. Sends it in. That one headed up in the air and then sent downfield by Henry Perdomo Miranda. Now here's Stratman. Dowd has it off his head, popped right up in the air. Unable to gather it. It'll dribble out of bounds for a Bryan goal kick. That will allow senior Evan Kerhofer to check in for the first time. He'll relieve Jordan Agwenma. Here with now under 9 minutes to go in the first. If you're just joining us, Junior Jays scored. It was Lotus assisting a header to Jordan Agwenma just 33 seconds into the game, but since then, it's been some very strong defense from Bryan that has kept this at a 1-0 game. But the Junior Jays have had plenty of opportunities so far as they look to convert and try to add some insurance, as they've defended the Bryan attack very well.
We've really only seen Bryan get one real shot attempt on goalkeeper Alex Sibernson so far. This has just been a very strong defensive performance by the Junior Jays, and they're looking to get back to it on offense and try and add another goal before the half, get some extra insurance as this game goes along.
Mufungizi sends it to Fuentes Romero, who's looking for Gamaromo, but that one hangs up in the air a little too long. And Brackey sends it back down near midfield. Now Van Bell trying to win it, and does. Some good defense there from the sophomore. But now here come the Bears right back in the Junior J end. That one sent down, as now Stratman will try to play keep away. He'll send it across midfield. This one headed up in the air by Vaughn, and he's going to draw the foul on Riley Gomez-Perez. So some physical play back and forth. There's the Junior Jays look to attack once more. Lagabon down to Zatko near the sideline. Nothing there. They'll send it back to back to Lagabon. Brackey midfield gives it to Van Bell. Here's Kerhofer. Gives it to Dowd. He has it poked away. And this one sent downfield, but nothing there. Stratman scanning. Dowd will give it down to Lotus. He's able to dribble it free as he looked to send it down for Zatko, but well defended there. Perdomo Miranda, who will send it back to the other side of the field. Now here's Dowd. He has it stolen away by Salazar Salcedo. And that one poked out of bounds by Fuentes Romero. Lots of action here. Back and forth. A lot of good defensive soccer being played here at Leahy this afternoon. So we come up on just 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Lagabon will send it down to Zatko, far side. He tries to put something across, but runs out of room. It'll head out of bounds, and a goal kick for Reynoso.
Time running down in this first half. Junior Jays keep getting these opportunities, but you feel like they need to convert on something before the end of the half to at the very least get some morale up heading into the second half. It's been kind of frustrating offensively for them getting so many opportunities, but for a variety of reasons not being able to add on to this lead. Feel like you might need something towards the end of this half.
As now we're going to get a whistle. You're near side. And a stoppage here with 4:08 to go. This one stolen away now. Fuentes Romero trying to get something down the sideline, but nothing there. All right, here's Brackey deep in his own end. Lagabon has that pass stolen away, and that pass is quickly stolen away. Now here's Dowd sending it for Lotus, trying to enter into the box near side. He'll try to put something through, can't, as Diego Salazar Salcedo was there to poke that one away, but it'll be the Junior Jays' third corner kick of the first half upcoming.
This is an opportunity that they're in a good spot to try and add on to this lead. Get some good positioning here and hopefully get a good shot on the goal.
Dowd to take it, sends it. Maybe a little bit too much on it, but nonetheless a foul called. And it'll go the way of Bryan. Here with just about 2:30 to go before we hit the halftime break. Fuentes Romero able to keep it away. Salazar Salcedo looking to send it to Gamaromo, but Brackey there to defend it well. Down to a Lagabon. This one set down to Stratman near side. Stratman will send it over to Lagabon. Time winding down here in the first. Here's Gamaromo working on Brackey. Stolen away by the future Maverick. And Brody Brackey, who's now got it near midfield. Caleb Pick, far side. Into the game for the Junior Jays as that one. A little mishap from the Junior Jays. Fuentes Romero trying to send it down for Gamaromo, but Brackey right there to get it right back. 30 seconds to go here in the opening half. Lagabon to pick. Kerhofer. There's a foul called here with 15 seconds to go. It'll be a free kick for the Junior Jays, but they'll have to hustle up.
7, 6.
And we're going to get a stoppage here with just 4 seconds to go. So they'll allow enough time for the Junior J free kick. It'll be Dowd from the far side, just inside the 20-yard line of the football field. Dowd squares one up and sends it over the bar. And that will be the final action of the first half. Junior Jays scored 33 seconds into the game, but other than that, that is what separates us after 40 minutes of play. Junior Jays will head to the break with a 1-0 lead here on Senior Day. We will take a break. We'll come back for the second half here from Leahy in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Class A Soccer right here on CPSN. 40 minutes in the books, 40 to go here at Leahy Stadium between the Junior Jays and Bears. It was Jordan Aguenma with a header and an assist from Connor Lotus 33 seconds into the game. And that's currently all the scoring we've got. An eventful first minute to the first half, but then a lot of very solid defense for the last 39. As the Junior Jays will take a 1-0 lead here as the second half about to get underway. Bears will have the wind at their back for this second half. So we're ready to go here for the second half from Leahy. Mike Knockener alongside Colton Alder here on Senior Day. Junior Jays riding an 11-game winning streak. Only game they've dropped was their home opener against Millard North. Unranked in the preseason, but ended up being the 1 seed in the Metro tournament and have now been the number 2 team for most of the season, as now here's Lotus immediately on the attacking end, but runs out of room. And a goal kick coming up for the Bears.
They tried to get off to a quick start to the second half just like they did in the first. Lotus so fast getting around the edge, just blowing by the defender, but in the end gets cut off and just not much he could do there.
Junior Jays going left to right here for this second half. Here's a Lagabon near side. Down to Tokporo. What a whistle and an offside call. Here's Gama Romo. He looks to send it down, but no one there.
This Bryan team was held in check for a while, but they've got too much offensive talent to be completely neutralized the whole game, and they've started to get some more opportunities on offense ever since about the midway point of the first half. In that case, they get down the field, but they just couldn't connect on that pass. Just ends up not resulting in anything that possession.
So here's Reynoso outside the box. That pass stolen away by Zatko. Reynoso has to retreat. Now back to the Junior Jays defenseman. Brackey, line drive down the field. Dominguez Aguirre has it stolen away by Lotus. There's now a throw-in from Lotus, trying to send it down for Aguenma. Ends up back with Lotus. Now he'll look to send something in. That one deflected away by Salazar Salcedo. Now Dowd, down to Zatko. Makes a good move. Down to Dowd. Aguenma to Dowd, and that one poked out of bounds off of the Junior Jays. But a good look there for Creighton Prep here just a few minutes into the second half. Now here's Zatko near side. Back to Alagabon. Center to Van Bell. And Alagabon has that one poked out of bounds. And he touched it last. Throw in coming for Bryan. Ezekiel Mufungizi. To throw it in, ends up back with Alagabon. Stratman looks to send it down, and that one a little bit too much on it. 5 minutes gone here in the second. Now here come the Bears over in the attacking end, looking to get something going. That one rolls out of bounds. This prep defense has been putting the clamps down all evening long so far. Now here's McClay streaking down the sideline, far side. Looks to get it to Tokporo, who wins it back. Here's Tokporo trying to send it down. But nothing there, as it's once again well defended by Bryan. As Lotus has that one deflected away out of bounds.
That was another great defensive possession, being able to slow Tokporo down. Even if he was able to get control of the ball back, they were still able to catch up to it and prevent him from getting a good shot up.
Here's Ramirez sending it down to Fuentes Romero on the far side. That one poked out of bounds by Stratman. And it will be a corner for the Bears.
Believe this to be their first corner of the game. Good opportunity for them if they want to even up the score.
It'll be Ezekiel Mufungizi. Far side to take it for Bryan. Sends it in, and that one's going to rattle off the left crossbar of the football field goal posts. A little bit too much on it there for Mufungizi.
And as mentioned earlier, it's a pretty windy day out here at Leahy, so maybe that wind impacting that corner as it just looked like he put a bit too much on it.
This one's sent down. Lotus trying to win it, but then it's cleared away by Reynoso. Aguenma down to Lotus. Lotus back to Aguenma, but it came to Zatko, who's there to put it home. Jacob Zatko. It was crossed by Lotus looking for Aguenma. He let it go through, and Jacob Zatko right there to put home a 2-0 lead for the Junior Jays.
It's just a ridiculous play offensively. Jordan Aguenma able to dribble that ball in and out of traffic, somehow keep control of it all the way, and get it to Lotus, who delivers an amazing cross. And then Zatko just there to put it in and get the Junior Jays a huge insurance goal there.
Right back to it. Lotus. Cross. That one knocked away by Dominguez Higuera. Now some danger here in the box. Dowd has it free. Reynoso back in position, and the Bears able to recover as there was a free ball in the box. And Reynoso was a little bit out of whack.
Another spot where this Bryan defense really stepped up. A very scary play for them when that ball was loose and Reynoso was on the ground, but defense stepping up to slow Dowd down and ultimately prevent a goal there.
Aguenma header down to Tokporo in the corner, who has it poked away by Mufangizi. And it will be out of bounds off of Tokporo, so a throw in for the Bears here deep in their own end. Mufangizi will let it roll out of bounds. Keeps getting knocked out of bounds. Another throw in coming for Mufangizi. And now that one lost out of bounds by the Bears, and it'll be a throw in for Zatko. And now Dowd able to win it back. Aguenma. Down to Tokporo, who sends it through. That one headed away by Angel Ramos. Just over 10 gone here in the second half. Junior Jays just a few minutes gone of adding on another, making it a 2-0 game. But still lots of game left, 29 to go here between the Bears and the Junior Jays. Dominguez Higuera will send that one down. And now that pass stolen away by McClay. McClay to Van Bell. He gets it to Aguenma. Aguenma down to Zatko near side. Zatko with a touch in the box. Well defended by Mufangizi, though, and Zatko having to retreat back out now to Alagabon. And now all the way back to the Junior J keeper in Sibbernston. Once again, very well defended by Bryan. As Gamaromo with the foul on Bracky. Lagabon with a lot of room to work with as he takes it down into the Bears' end. Aguenma chips it down to Tokporo, who's able to retain it. Just outside the box, has it stolen away by Ramos. Gomez Perez down to Gamaromo, who has it stolen away by Bracky. Now here's Bracky. He'll look to chip it down, looking for Lotus, but that one poked away by Ramos. And then booted out of bounds. As we'll get a couple seniors checking in. Matt Sledge and Philip Ofafa will check in for Will Stratman and Jonah Alagabon. McClay's throwing down to Aguenma in the corner. He's unable to keep it in bounds. So now this one booted out of bounds. It'll be a Bryan throw-in once again. as Josue Fuentes Romero will check in for Henry Perdomo Miranda for the first time. Luis near midfield. Back to Van Bell. Ofafa fresh into the game. Gets it to Dubon. Hurtado Guzman, another senior, also fresh into the game. Fafa will send it down the far sideline for Lotus, who has that one stolen away by Ramos. Hurtado Guzman down to Sledge. Glenma to Zeko. And an offside. Free kick taken by Dominguez Aguirre. Here's Gama Romo trying to get free. Looking for Fuentes Romero. But this Junior J defense continuing to dominate. Now another Senior Day substitution as Josh Franco fresh into the game as Zatka will come off shortly after putting home the Junior J's second goal to give them some insurance here in the second half. As this free ball taken by Tokporo. Tokporo down to Aguenma. Aguenma head of steam, sending it down for Lotus. Lotus, off balance shot. Not enough power on that one, as Reynoso able to easily collect that and send it down towards midfield. Here's Eddie Ramirez. He'll send this one way downfield. That might be the Bears' first shot on goal of the day, as Sibrinson had to make a run for that one, but able to knock it down and avoid any danger as that one sails out of bounds on the far side.
Sibrinson hasn't gotten a lot of action back there all day, but to his credit, staying focused, being alert even if he hasn't been called into action very much, and making the play when he's asked to.
Good move there from Matt Sledge. He sends it down for Tokporo. Tokporo down for Aguenma in the box. Aguenma pokes it up in the air. Header from Lotus. And it's in. It's onside and it's in. Jordan Aguenma popped that one right in front of the net. And Connor Lotus was right there to head it in. And the Junior Jays add another. It's 3-0.
This offense, when they're on their game, they are just incredible on that side of the ball. And Aguenma with a great pass into Lotus, who just takes advantage of his opportunity. When you consider his goal and 2 assists on the day, he's already got 4 points. And now some more Senior Day substitutions as both Aguenma and Tokporo checking out.
Drew Gotch and Landon McKinney, 2 seniors who we recognized before tonight's match, checking in. As 2 substitutions for Bryan as well as David Gonzalez Pena and Cesar Martinez Rodriguez into the game for Ezekiel Mufangizi and Diego Salazar Salcedo. Now the Junior Jays with a comfortable 3-0 lead. Lots of back and forth around midfield. Now here's Lotus into the box. He slips and has it taken away.
Looks like they're going to go with even more senior day substitutions. They're looking to get all the seniors into the game here for their final regular season home match.
Daly to Gotch. And Brody Brackey continuing his strong defensive play. He'll send that one down for Vaughn on the far side, who enters the box. That one crossed and then cleared away by David Gonzalez Pena. So throw in far side for the Junior Jays here in the Bryan end. Kerhofer to Vaughn, who sends it in just over the head of Gotch. Franco trying to keep that one afloat as that one getting tossed around. Mufangizi working on Matthew Daly, and they're going to get a whistle on Mufangizi, who had a handful of Matthew Daly's jersey. But now they're going to say, they're going to get Daly on the foul, I believe. Bears trying to get something going. Stolen away by Sledge. Now here's Sledge streaking down the center of the field. He'll send it down for Gotch. He'll try to keep it in bounds, but just runs out of room. Dominguez Higuera will send it downfield off the goal kick. And Franco sends that one out of bounds, defending on Mufangizi, who throws it in. And that one out of bounds off of Cesar Martinez Rodriguez. Sledge will throw in near midfield. That one's poked out of bounds by Reynoso. And now Drew Monzu will check back into the game, as he will replace Brody Brackey, who's had an incredible day. The senior defenseman for the Junior Jays. His third year on varsity. It's been a key part of what the Junior Jays hope can be a three-peat, but has been a massive piece of this program for the time he's been here. He's really made an impact so far, and he had a incredible performance here today, shutting down the second leading goal scorer in Class A. As this one's sent downfield, collected by Severinsen, but it would have been offside either way.
We've seen this entire defense for the Junior Jays just play an incredible game today, not allowing a Bryan team with some elite scorers on the offensive end really get anything going. Been a very impressive performance from them so far today.
As Gotch behind the defense on this one, he's left all alone. He got wide open, and he puts it home. Junior Jays make it 4-0.
And the senior getting a goal in his final regular season home game, just gets free and able to keep control of the ball, get it past the goalkeeper in Reynoso, and just an easy shot from that point due to his ability to get the ball into the open field. That extends this lead to 4, and that's a great goal for him in this very important game.
To make it 4-0 Junior Jays. Mufangizi. Poked away by Daly, right to the feet of Cesar Martinez Rodriguez, but now stolen away by Franco. Franco down the field, that one headed down by Dominguez Higuera. Now here's Monzu. Down to Gotch. Gotch will win it into the box. Gets it to McKinney. A little bit too much on the touch, as Dominguez Higuera able to send that one downfield near midfield. It'll be Daly with the touch. And Daly will draw the foul. Dribbling through two defenders. It'll be a Matt Sledge free kick from just inside midfield. Sledge sends it in. Gotch, his header goes out to Monzu. And now back to Afafa. And it ends up all the way back on the other end. Now here's Vaughn. And can't quite keep it in bounds. Goal kick coming for Reynoso. Now Vaughn to Kerhofer. Strong touch. But he's able to win it back. Now here in the box. Trying to get it to McKinney. He was going to get nicked with a foul. This one pops up to Reynoso. Junior Jays continue to put on pressure. As all 11 out there, members of the class of 2025. As this one chipped behind the defense and offside.
This defense, even with the starters out of the game at this point, still managing to hold this offense really well. They still haven't really gotten a ton of opportunities on that end of the ball, and with time running out in this game, very little time for that to change.
Yeah, the keeper, Alex Sibrinson, the only starter out there for the Junior Jays. Everyone else started today's day on the sideline. It's now a free kick for the Bears. That one's sent down the field. And it will touch no one as it rolls to the feet of Alex Sibrinson. Gotch to Kerhofer, who has it poked away. Now here's Alex Valine. Down to Sibrinson. Sibrinson boots this one down the field. And Kerhofer is going to get called for the foul as he tried to advance it down the field. That one sent into the box. And another stop there from Sibrinson, who's gotten a little more action here towards the back half of this one. As now here's Gotch. Tries to put something into the box. Now here's Manzu just outside the box, trying to get it down to McKinney, but a little bit of miscommunication. And now Bears back with possession. Here's Reynoso. McKinney to Franco. Now Hurtado Guzman will send it downfield. And that one sent out of bounds. Only game left on the schedule for the Junior Jays is next Monday as they head down to Benson for what will be the regular season finale. So you got a couple substitutions coming in for Bryan.
Now an update from other Creighton Prep sports on the diamond. Junior Jays trailing 3-0 in the top of the 6th inning against Lincoln Pius. Still time left in that game for that result to change. But back here it looks like the Junior Jays will wrap up their 12th consecutive victory. And send these seniors off with a win.
Junior Jays very likely moving to 13-1 on the season. Bryan will drop to 6-5. Here with now under 5 to go. And that one knocked away from Ofafa right in front of the Junior J bench. Excited to see that one. Tato Guzman, that one gets back to Kerhofer. His shot, that one deflected away. Now here's McKinney with the putback attempt. That one deflected away. Now here's Manzu. Trying to send it down to Franco. He keeps it in bounds, working on Mufungizi. Works around him. That one out in front. Nearly off the leg of Kerhofer and in. And now we're going to get a foul. Under 3 to go here in this one. Senior keeper Alex Simonson send that one down the field. Gotch into the box. Cross. Ooh, no one there, but nearly added on an assist there. Gotch was the one that made it 4-0. Junior Jays held to 1 goal in the first half. Scored 33 seconds into the game. But here in the second, they've been able to wear down this Bears defense and break through. Eventually open this game up to what it has become here at 4-0. They maybe look to add on one more as this one winds down under 2. But a great day here at Leahy to send off the seniors with a win. As we're going to get a Junior J corner kick here with 90 seconds to go. Dubon Hurtado Guzman to take the near side corner. Sends it in, knocked away. Manzu outside the box, his shot deflected. Down to Hurtado Guzman, who chips it into the box. Off the head of McKinney. And then sent away out of bounds. The Bears just will continue to knock this one out of bounds. Fafa, throw into the box, headed away. Here's Hurtado Guzman. Trying to get something going. That'll be sent away by Gama Romo.
3, 2, 1.
And that will do it. Junior Jays with their 13th win of the season, 12th in a row, as they pick up a 4-0 senior day victory here against Bryan.
Super impressive defensive performance today by the Junior Jays, and this offense doing what they needed to get the win. They're able to send these seniors off with a victory. Definitely feels good to go out with a win, and they'll turn their attention to Benson in their next game and then to districts and postseason play after that.
So a senior day win here at Leahy. Junior Jays take care of business and move to 13-1 on the season as they continue to play at a very, very high level. But that will do things for us here at CPSN. King Maxwell on camera. Alongside Colton Alder, I'm Mike Knockenauer. Junior Jays pick up the senior day win 4-0 here against Bryan, as the seniors soak it all in their final regular season game here at Leahy Stadium. But we will say so long and good night. Alongside Colton Alder, I'm Mike Knockenauer. Thank you so much for tuning in here this evening. Have a great rest of your evening. And we will see you next time. Good night.